Our team travelled to Baghdad at a critical moment for Iraq and the region. I sat down with Prime Minister Mohammed Shia al-Sudani for nearly an hour inside the Prime Minister's compound as the November 11 election deadline looms. We begin with the Prime Minister's view on the US brokered ceasefire plan for Gaza and why he thinks President Trump is serious about achieving peace.
Iraq has declared its support for the plan announced by President Trump, and we believe he is serious about achieving peace, and this is everyone's goal. Since the events of October 7th, Iraq's position has been clear: halting this war and adopting dialogue as the basis for resolving these disputes and conflicts. The Palestinian issue is the root of the problem in the Middle East, and it is time to find solutions through dialogue and respect for international institutions and agreements. The United States initiative is important, and we hope this agreement will be a sustainable one and the beginning of a radical solution to this problem, one that will certainly guarantee the rights of the Palestinian people.
And Prime Minister, do you support this hostage release?
We support any peaceful solution that leads to an end to this war, which has caused the deaths of civilians and innocents, not only from acts of war, but also from hunger, thirst, and the lack of the most basic necessities of life. This scene is certainly painful for everyone. Iraq is the country that has suffered the most from wars, and it has also suffered from the killing of civilians and kidnapping of civilians and hostages. Iraq is certainly sensitive to all of these problems that harm the humanitarian community.
How would you characterize your own relationship with President Trump today, and what's your view on his view on Middle East diplomacy with regards to next steps for Israel and Palestine?
In general, Iraq and the United States are bound by a strategic partnership. The United States contributed to changing the dictatorial regime and also contributed to our fight against Daesh. Together, we fought this terrorist organization and defeated it, and we continue to work together to confront any actions of these terrorist groups. We have a strategic framework agreement, a comprehensive agreement, the only one Iraq has with a country like the United States. These principles will certainly be taken into consideration by any U.S. president and U.S. administration. The Trump administration, through the communications and contacts that have taken place, and the exchange of messages, is emphasizing the strengthening of this relationship and opening the way to other aspects of the framework agreement. That is, the relationship should not be solely a security relationship, but rather it is important to open up to economic, technological, and cultural aspects. This is what we are working on through joint channels between the two countries.
And Tony Blair, who is very well remembered here for his role in the 2003 invasion, is now being touted for a future role in Gaza. What's your response to that?
Tony Blair is a person acceptable to the Iraqis and a friend, having contributed to the decision to go to war with President Bush at the time and to overthrow Saddam Hussein's regime. He's a great friend of the Iraqis and visits us often, and I also hold meetings with him. We certainly wish him success in this mission and will support him.
Prime Minister, I can see you're smiling here. So what's your real view? Do you think that Tony Blair should be anywhere near a transition plan for Gaza?
According to the plan, there was a need for an international administration or person to assist the countries of the region and the Palestinians in managing this transitional process. We are talking about a very painful reality for people sleeping in open air. We are talking about the rapid restoration of services. We are talking about the urgent aid, and we are talking about the process of managing this issue, the Gaza Strip and its relationship with the Palestinian Authority. Therefore, everyone is concerned with supporting all efforts that lead to a rapid management that addresses the massive destruction in Gaza.
And as you know, how Israel is being viewed politically around the region is changing. Many Arab states have normalized ties with Israel. This is also a key foreign policy goal of the Trump administration. Would Iraq, in the future, ever normalize ties with Israel?
Our government belongs to a parliamentary system and is bound by the laws enacted by the parliament. We have laws that define the relationship with the Israeli entity, in addition to our principled positions that the entity has unfortunately committed many crimes against the Palestinian people over decades. This reality that we are witnessing has been painful. In my opinion, the Palestinians today deserve a better reality and a better future, and the world and the international community must support the rights of the Palestinian people. We support this approach.
Would potential peace between Israel and Syria be a threat to Iraq?
Syria certainly represents a national security issue for Iraq, and it also affects the national security of all countries in the region. The existing diversity in Syria is similar to the diversity in Iraq. Any interventions that lead to fragmentation and division of Syria will inevitably affect Iraq and the countries of the region. We believe that Israel's incursion into Syria is incorrect and unacceptable, as it contravenes international agreements and laws, and also entrenches instability in a country that everyone is keen to overcome this difficult phase. There is a clear presence of Daesh fighters, and they have seized a large number of weapons of the former Syrian army, and therefore they represent a real threat to all countries of the region. Any weakening of the administration in Damascus will enable extremists to seize control of affairs and threaten the security and stability of this sensitive region.